everyone, welcome back to Catholic Home Life. My name is Lindsay and I wanted to hop on here today to just share with you a little bit of an update about my twin pregnancy. If you saw a few videos ago, it was like a month ago, I posted a video and I was sharing that we just found out we were pregnant with twins, and that was at about the 18-week mark. So I found out pretty late in the game that I was pregnant with twins, and I really had no clue. Honestly, I had no idea. So now I'm 25 weeks pregnant with twins, and they're two boys. We're really excited, and we're getting more and more excited as the days go by. So I just wanted to give you a little update about how I'm doing and things that I've found out since I last talked to you about the twins. So without further ado, I mentioned in my last video about the twins that I was going to try to have a birth through a birth center and use a midwife, which I had never done before. All my other kids were born at a hospital with a doctor. That I like the doctor a lot, but the hospital birth was what I was trying to avoid this time. I wanted to have a birth center birth. But that wasn't going to work out because the birth center that I was going through, they don't do twins at that birth center. So I transferred my care back to the doctor that I have used for all my other children. And like I said, I really like him, so it was nice to see him again. I've actually seen him twice now since I talked to you last about it. And I also have had one ultrasound. And so I had the ultrasound where we found out that I was having twins. That ultrasound was an elective one, and it was just to find out the gender of the baby. And we found out a whole lot more. We found out two boys. And so anyway, we had that ultrasound, which wasn't a medical ultrasound. They weren't doing any measurements or telling us anything about the babies other than if the baby was a boy or a girl. So we found that out, but then I have had a medical ultrasound since then. And what I found out there was that it took her a while because the babies were so big already. I think that was around 22 weeks that I had the ultrasound. So they were getting pretty big, and the ultrasound technician, it took her a while to find. What she wanted to know was if there is there's two sacs. There's the chorion and the amniotic sac. And normally a single baby has both of those around the baby. But with twins, you can have, there's three different types. So you can have where they both share the chorion and the amnion, and that's a little more high risk. And because the babies are together and they can get tangled up and things like that. And then there's a case where the two babies can share the amniotic sacs, or no, they can have separate amniotic sacs, but then they share the outer sac, which is called the chorionic sac. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. So anyway, I'm trying to wrap my head around all this stuff. And then there's the most ideal and safest situation is if they both have separate amniotic and chorionic sacs. So they're totally separate and they have two placentas, so they're getting their individual nourishment, and that's like the safest scenario. So what we found out at the ultrasound is that I'm in the middle, the babies are in the middle. They share the chorionic outer sac, but they have separate amniotic sacs, and it looks like they're sharing one placenta. And my doctor said that it could be because the babies are so big, it's kind of hard to tell at this stage in the game. It could be that the placentas, that there are two and they're like right by each other, or it could be there's cases where two placentas are present and then they kind of get fused together early on. So we don't really know, but from the looks of it, it looks like there's only one placenta, which could mean that the boys are identical twins. So that's kind of exciting. Either way, we won't really care if they're fraternal or identical, but I just hadn't really thought about them being identical. I just kind of figured that they would be fraternal. So that was kind of interesting to find out, and I was like, oh. So now things that I've been thinking of is how will I tell them apart in the hospital, and what do people do? Like, how do the parents, like, I was thinking I could bring, like, well, leaving their hospital bracelet on is one thing to keep them separate if I can't tell them apart. So anyway, just all these things that I never had to think about with my other babies, and now I'm thinking about all of it. At the ultrasound, also what I found out, which was really comforting to know, is that both of the boys look healthy, and there was really no news to share when I had my follow-up appointment with my doctor. He said that they both look good, and that one of them is slightly bigger than the other one. And he said at this point it's not concerning, but we'll just be watching it and see, and just make sure that they're both growing at their own like trajectory. As long as they're both growing, that's fine. But since they do share a placenta, there's a concern that as they get older, one baby might be getting more of the nutrients than the other baby. So that could kind of be a complication that we'll just have to watch for and pray for as things progress. So, but for now, they both look really healthy, and that was really comforting to know, because I've been feeling baby A move a lot more than I've been feeling baby B move. So that was kind of concerning to me, because I was just wondering if he wasn't thriving, baby B. But actually, as the weeks have passed, I have been feeling both of them move more. And that's kind of funny, because like before I knew I was having twins, like I would feel movement and I just thought it was the one baby. But now I know that like baby A is on my right side and baby B is on my left side. So whenever I feel movement specific to that area, I know who it is, which is kind of fun. And the other thing that was interesting, that, I mean, it's obvious, but I just hadn't thought about it since I didn't have twins. But it's really strange to me that they are the first ones that know each other. And with singleton babies, and which is what I've had for my other 4 children, I'm the one, like, they're hearing my voice, they're feeling like my body movement, they're bonding with me first before anyone else. And after they're born, like, I'm the one nursing them, I'm the one that's like really bonded to them. And anyway, with twins, they are each other's first like introduction to what humans are, you know, like they know each other first. And that's just kind of interesting. It makes it seem so obvious to me now, the bond that twins have and how they have just been together since the beginning. So it makes total sense that twins would have this crazy, amazing bond. So my family, we're doing well. We're all adjusting to the idea of having twins and kind of preparing that it's going to be a challenging year, and just giving ourselves a pass on not being too involved in things. And yeah, just knowing that our expectations are going to be pretty low for 2019. Like, we might not leave the house. We might stay in our pajamas all year. Not really, but anyway, we'll survive. I know we will. It'll just be a challenge, but we just need to give ourselves that grace and the permission that things don't have to be perfect. And that's just kind of an adjustment in our mentality. It's already hard having a newborn, like all my other kids. That newborn phase, especially the first 6 weeks, are usually pretty challenging. It's hard for me to get showers in. I don't know why, but it always seems like showers never happen when I have a newborn. So with twins, I think it'll be that times 2 because there's 2 babies. But also, I wanted to share with you a really cute thing that happened last Sunday at Mass. I was sitting next to my son, Peter. He's 7 years old, and baby A started moving. And so I grabbed his hand and I put his hand on my belly, and he felt the movement and his face lit up. He was so excited, and he's really, really excited for these babies to be born. And he's always asking me like, when are they gonna come out? And he's just so excited. So I know I'm gonna have a lot of helpers around. All my kids, my oldest is 9.5, and then there's Peter, who's 7, and then Gianna's, she's almost 5, and then Damien's 2. Damien, he'll probably be the hardest one that will have a hard transition, because he's used to having me exclusively, he still sleeps in our bed at night, and he likes to snuggle with me and like grab my neck in the night. And anyway, he's a mama's boy, and he's gonna kind of have to switch over to being a daddy's boy, because I will have my hands full with 2 babies. As far as how I've personally been doing, I am okay. I have really low energy, but I haven't been taking many naps. I think because I'm so busy with my 4 other kids that it's really hard for me to actually take a real nap. And with my other pregnancies, I did find a way to take naps most days. And this one, just haven't been taking naps. But I have been trying really hard to be purposeful about lying down on the couch and putting my feet up and getting off my feet and elevating my legs and everything, because just carrying that extra weight around is hard. It's especially hard for some reason my right leg. Like, my muscles are pretty weak in that leg from carrying the extra weight. So yeah, it's just hard. Like, it's hard walking up the stairs, and I get really winded and out of breath because it's not that you're out of shape when you're pregnant. It's that I think the rapid weight gain, it makes it so your body is kind of like, whoa. And plus, all your organs in your body, to make room for the babies, they're all squished. So your body's just working extra hard. So I'm always out of breath. I have to sit down a lot. I can't stand for very long before my legs start getting really tired. So that's just kind of how it is. And normally I don't feel this way until the 3rd trimester with my other babies. But I've been telling people that I feel like I've kind of skipped over the 2nd trimester. Like, I went from my 1st trimester, and then the 2nd trimester didn't happen. I just went right into the 3rd because I've just, seems like the weight gain and the largeness of my belly has just happened really quickly. Hello. I'll give you a belly shot after the video, so stay tuned for that. So also what I found out from my doctor, so I'm due on March 25th, which is the Feast of the Annunciation for all you Catholics out there, which I thought was special. But I won't be going to full term with these twins because my doctor said that at about 38 weeks, that's the sweet spot for twins. Beyond that, things can start getting more dangerous for the twins. So if I don't have them before 38 weeks, I will be induced at that point. And I don't really want to be induced, so I'm kind of hoping that the babies will be born before then. Plus, I'm already, like I was saying, I'm already pretty uncomfortable. So I can't imagine going to full term with twins. And also I found out that at my hospital that's local to me, where I've had all my other kids, they have the nursing staff for infants to care for them beyond 34 weeks. So if for some reason I go into labor before 34 weeks, then I will have to be at a hospital that has a NICU. And yeah, I'm just hoping, I want to wait, like I want the babies to wait until at least 34 weeks. But after that, I would be very happy to have them early. The 34-week mark is right around Valentine's Day. So basically after Valentine's Day, it could be game time. And I'd be very happy for that. So I'm just kind of holding out. I've got like 2, maybe 2.5, 3 more months to go, which seems crazy to me that it's already, it's just happened so fast. The pregnancy has gone by really quickly, especially since I didn't know that I was having twins until so late. So now I will show you what my belly looks like at 25 weeks with twins. If I can find a picture of what I looked like with another child, a single baby at 25 weeks, just so you can see the difference. I'll try to look for a picture and I'll post it here too if I find one. That's all that I wanted to share with you today. If you have any questions of things that I didn't talk about that you're curious about, leave them down in the comments below. Also, if you have twins or if you are a twin and you have any advice for me, I'd love to get your advice. I'm always trying to learn. I know I already asked for advice in my first video that I posted when I said that I was having twins, and I did get some advice, which was awesome, but I'm always looking for more. So if you have any advice, please give it to me in the comments down below. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a wonderful Advent, and I will talk to you in my next video. God bless you. Bye.